Good morning, and welcome back to another Chatting with Wisdom. I am Gigodo Migun Kwe, which means Talking Feather Woman, and I'm your host. I'm also known as Roly Lair, Holistic Life and Wellness Coach. And this quick update, I'm going to introduce Veronica Lee, who is one of our speakers for our sixth annual Women Inspiring Women Conference for March 2023. This annual conference is a 3-day virtual event meant to provide transformation and connection to women around the world. A transformation, Veronica is a transformation visionary mentor and mystic, not a physic, who guides. Apparently, I cannot read today. So, a transformational visionary mentor and mystic, Veronica Lee guides awakening and old souls back to their soul truth, inherent power, and essential joy. Centered around empowerment and soul alignment, soul aligned living, her offerings include insightful articles, videos, and guided meditation, online courses and live classes, private and group spiritual evolution mentoring, Akashic record readings and workshops, a lifelong metaphysician. Her teachings are based on non-denominational spiritual wisdom that is at the heart of most mystical practices. Space for your Veronica holds space for your remembrance of your wholeness and perfection just as you are, while guiding your transformation to becoming who you've incarnated to be. And I love the fact that as I'm stumbling through this, you're like, the wholeness and perfection is that whole authenticity. So me stumbling is exactly where we need to be. So during the conference, Veronica will be sharing aligning your truth, power, and joy. So welcome, Veronica. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. It's a little earlier here in California, but I'm awake.
What time are you? We are 10:30.
It's 7:30, so it's not that different. It's just
Oh,
that yeah, it's a Saturday, right?
it is Saturday, and so I actually was thankful that I actually got to sleep until 10:30 this morning. So, so that was nice for me. Well, not sleep until 10:30. We're starting this morning at 10:30 instead of 8 a.m. So,
Exactly.
so you've already told me that you're actually from California. So, are you originally from California?
I am. I was originally born in the Bay Area, raised in the Bay Area, South Bay, so kind of the Silicon Valley. My mom worked at Hewlett Packard, and we grew up in this, what used to be this beautiful, rich produce, right, in orchards. And when I was a child, there were orchards and such. And then as I got older, the Silicon Valley started to blossom and replace the produce. And then I ended up going to school at UC Davis, which is more rural. And I've gotten even more rural in Northern California. And I live in the foothills, the Sierra foothills, on a few acres with, very few neighbors. And so I've been in California my whole life, just getting farther and farther away from people.
I like that. And actually, that's funny because we just had the interview with Cindy yesterday, who she said at 63, she's like in the middle of the bush, nowhere, and loving every second of it. So that's funny that both of you are doing that, and both of you are speaking on Sunday, literally back to back. So I thought that that was actually kind of interesting when you said, "I'm keep moving away, further and further away from people."
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Love that. So tell me one quirky or unusual thing about yourself.
So what's really interesting is I like to share this story, and it makes me sound like I have a trillion kids, but I've given birth in basically every kind of way possible. I've had girls, boys, singletons, twins, head down, butt down, transverse, vaginal, C-section, home birth, hospital birth.
How many kids do you have?
I only have four. And I, as an intuitive and also as a master manifester, I basically picked, that I was going to have a girl the first time, and, got pregnant the night I wanted to have, get pregnant. And 9 months later, here comes this beautiful girl. I went to a play date when she was about 3 years old, maybe not quite three. And I said, "Oh, that little boy's so cute." And I found out he was a little Leo. And I thought, I want one of those. I want a Leo boy. Came home, told my husband, and I'm like, tonight's the night. So, however many months later, that was the home birth. And then as I was pushing, the midwife said, "Oh, by the way, he's breech." And so it was like, okay. And then he came out safely. Everything was well. And then I was thinking, oh, wouldn't it be fun to have a little Gemini? And then I got pregnant a month early, and I thought, how does this happen? Like, I'm so good at manifesting. How does this happen? And throughout the whole pregnancy, I was huge and I was uncomfortable because normally I loved being pregnant. And I kept, just getting bigger and bigger. And I would tell my midwives, and they're like, oh, it's your third. It's your third. That's why, you're getting so big. So about 6 weeks before my, what would have been May, Taurus baby, my water broke, and my daughter at the time was 7, and she said, that's not supposed to happen. And so we went, had called the midwife to the house, and she checked and was like, oh, we need to go to the hospital. And we went, did an ultrasound, and said, oh, there are 2. And so
No wonder you're getting so big.
Yes. And I had about 6 hours notice that I was about to deliver twins. So great psychic I am, right?
So are they actually, is their astrological sign actually Gemini or?
No. So I was aiming for Gemini, was, now aiming for Taurus, and gave birth to Aries twins.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Hot and fiery.
Absolutely.
I'm an Aries.
Yes. And my mother's an Aries. She was an astrologer, hobby astrologer all my growing up. And so I know all the signs. I know all the little symbols. I know general personalities. And so I would be always saying, oh, Aries, because they're intense, and my mom's intense.
We are.
And I'm this soft little Libra that likes everything to be, balanced. And so she thought that was the greatest cosmic joke. She says, you got 2. So,
and by surprise, like not even planned.
Exactly. Yes. And so all 4 of my kids cover all the fire signs. So my oldest is a Sag, my son's the Leo, and my oldest is a girl, son's a Leo, and the twins are identical girls that are the Aries. So
beautiful. So you've got them all. So that definitely fits into that unusual or quirky. So tell me, why did you sign up as a speaker for this year's conference?
Yes, when we spoke, I thought this was the most amazing conference, and it would fit really well with what I'm here to bring. When I say what I'm here to bring, just from this incarnation place, that I feel that we are waking up quickly. And I'm not the only one that feels this, obviously, that we are waking up quickly, and people are really wanting to come into who they've incarnated to be. And so I lead by example. I'm doing what I've come here to be and to do. And at the same time, holding space for their own unfoldment, for the people who are awakening, who are trying to figure out, why am I here? What am I doing? And, what are my gifts, right? Those are the essential types of questions. What is my soul purpose? So really, by having access and a platform in which I can just fit in with other women offering similar things, who are here to really hold space for women to become who they've become. And I don't mean to become, because we already are. The question is how much are we letting that shine through, and how much are we resisting our own, perfection, our own brightness? So by being able to offer a platform and show people some tools and some basic ways to connect with themselves, I thought it was a perfect match.
And it really is. And so when you're talking about becoming, and you're like, not really the word becoming, because we already are. And the first thing that I thought about was stepping in, right? So stepping into that space. Yeah. And so that is absolutely incredible. And I am so looking forward to being able to connect with you further, and participating in this year's conference with you, and looking forward to the transformation that not only will the participants participate in, but so will I. So I'm looking forward to that as well. So thanks so much. And if you have not yet bought your early bird ticket, now is the time. We've only got a few more days left before the early bird disappears. So jump on in and get those savings. So on that note, we will chat soon, and bye for now.